Hey guys, thanks for coming back. This weekend I saw Magic Mike. You'll never see me say that as a fact ever. Actually, I saw Looper this past weekend with Joseph Gordon-Levitt and Bruce Willis. This is With a K Review. I'm Victor. Let's get to it, and no, we're not doing a joke about a future of myself. So since Levitt's last movie, Inception, and the last Batman movie that he was in, I was really waiting for something else for him to be in that I could really attach to. And then I got Premium Rush, which you click there for that shining review. Now what I actually ended up getting from writer-director Rian Johnson and Levitt was something that I really didn't expect to get. The movie starts out in the year 2044. Levitt's character Joe works as a looper, and the looper's job is to kill people that are sent back from the future by the mob. So I guess in the future, it is really hard to actually dispose of a body because they can track it in whatever shape, way, or form. So the mob just sends it back to the past, and the loopers kill it and ties it up. So every time the looper kills somebody from the future, he's given silver bars as a payment. Now I thought this was some sort of weird biblical meaning, Judas, betraying Jesus for, the silver. But actually it has more to do with the looper's weapon, which is called a blunderbuss. And if you look in the link below, it'll explain what a blunderbuss is. Basically, it's this large shotgun type thing, and it's like either one shot or multiple shots. I'm not exactly sure, but it's a heck of a gun, and it kills people usually with one shot at close range. Okay, history lesson aside, after a really good montage in the beginning of the movie explaining what Joe does and kind of showing him going through, the loops and, killing people from the future, you actually find out that when he kills somebody and he finds out they have gold bars on them, it turns out that person was that looper from the future. You with me so far? Okay, let's keep going. So when the looper finds the gold bars on the person, then he knows, well, that's him. And now he has 30 years to kind of live out his life on the gold bars. I wonder how you advertise a job like that. Help wanted. Paid in silver bars immediately after killing person from the future. Gold bars when you kill your future self. No dental, no health benefit, or 401k. 30 years later, we will send you back to die. No phone calls, please. With the economy like it is now, I don't know who wouldn't do that. So as you may guess by the trailers, Levitt ends up meeting his future self, played by Bruce Willis. And I really have to say they did a great job with the makeup in this movie, because there were at times that it didn't even look like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. It actually looked like a younger version of Bruce Willis, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt got all the Bruce Willis mannerisms down, including the famed Bruce Willis squint. Now after the initial meeting of the two in the movie actually really does slow down, and this is a good thing because it actually explains how and why things are happening the way they are. So in this movie, Future Joe comes back to find the guy who kills his wife in the future, and this is the part of the movie that I really don't want to tell you about. Because this is the part in the movie that actually changed everything for me. Because it starts out being a good movie, to a great movie, and then becoming an outstanding movie, but then crossing that proverbial movie line, which I will explain to you later. The other supporting characters in this movie, like Emily Blunt and Jeff Daniels, do a really good job as well. Jeff Daniels' character, he plays like the crime boss that is sent back from the future to help manage all the loopers. He actually does a really good job. He's like really sadistic, but not too much. He just kind of sits there and he talks. He says things really matter-of-factly. And that's what makes his character interesting. And you don't see a lot of him in the movie, but when you do see him, sort of like seeing the Joker. I don't want to make that much of a comparison, but when you see him on the screen, you're like, oh my god, it's Jeff Daniels, and he's playing a psychopath. You really start to like him, and you kind of wish he was in the movie just a little bit more. Now, Emily Blunt in this movie, she does have a very small part, and she plays like the pseudo-love interest of Levitt, but she has a really good supporting role. You actually care about her character, even though she comes in like at the last 45 minutes of the movie. Now, her son, who is Sid, this kid right here, if you see that kid on the street, run. Find Chuck Norris, because he's the only guy who can save you. Now, remember before when I said the movie kind of crossed that proverbial line? Now, I want to explain that. I believe in all movies there's that line that we all think the movie is not going to cross. In this movie, what Bruce Willis has to do in order to fix his future, it really stepped over that, and I don't want to make a big deal about it, but I think if people go to see this movie, it's a great movie. All the characters are wonderful, from the supporting characters to Bruce Willis to Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Everybody in the movie comes together and makes the movie really good. But the movie does cross that line, especially on the two actions that Bruce Willis does. And again, I don't want to get too much into it because I want you to go see this movie. Now, Looper's really not your typical time travel movie. It takes time to explain everything in the movie and without really boring you. It takes time to make all the characters good, it has a lot of layers to it, and it also just makes everything really rich and good. So basically, I'm going to give this movie a 4K review because it combines all of its elements and it's actually very entertaining to watch. go see it in theaters, rent it, and also stream it when it comes out on video. And as always, guys, thanks a lot for watching my show. I really do appreciate all the subscribers that I have. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, please click here. If you like this video, like this video. I'm going to include all the links for the actors below, and I really hope you guys come back and see me next week. I'm going to try to get these reviews out just a little bit sooner. Thanks again for watching my show, and remember, never forget, if you don't like the movie that you're watching, you can always turn it off. Thanks, guys.